Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome back to 3P in the pod. I'm yours truly, Mr. Zack, and I'm super excited today to have you join me for this new Wake and Bake segment. I've got a great show lined up for you today. So go ahead, grab your favorite drink, sit down, grab you something to smoke on, whether that be a cigarette, your vape, or, some weed. Go ahead, get comfy, and let's dive right into it. Today, I want to discuss, since the playoffs are on a break right now, and we got a huge absence of some exciting highlights. As the players prep themselves mentally and physically for Thursday's big showdown, it is key for us to follow their lead by making sure we get enough rest for both our bodies and our minds. It's vital to put our health first by setting aside some time in our busy schedules to take care of ourselves. Here are a few tips today that I'm going to give out. It's going to be helpful for all kinds of people on the job, whether you're an athlete or journalist, a healthcare pro, or just hardworking individual. So you start off every night. I know a lot of people not really getting the recommended amount of sleep they need. I know y'all out there hustling, you don't get tired and all this and money never sleeps, but your body needs them recommended 7 to 9 hours. You gotta go ahead and start taking care of yourself. Just lay down, give your mind and body some rest. I promise you, it's gonna work out for you in the end. Cause you get to, step two, wake up early. Waking up early give you enough time in the morning so you don't feel rushed. It give you time to, start your day off right, get things going, and just feel calm. Just know it give you a sense of knowing that I got this, I started off right. I ain't gotta rush and do this, then and third. I done ate something, I done put something on my belly, I done slept good. It make you feel good internally. I'm pretty sure the athletes doing that, and they getting paid millions of dollars, and so I feel like us everyday average people, we most definitely should be waking up early and getting our day started and being productive with our times. You should also this everybody should be hydrating, drinking water, getting them electrolytes replenished, just, just getting all that fluids in your body. Your body needs that water. It needs it to function. If you're feeling groggy or tired in the morning, taking you a sip of water is going to wake your body right up. Water is very important. We made up of it. Probably like I think like 70 some percent, probably more than that. Body's made up of water, and you lose a lot of sweat through your everyday activities. I know y'all be doing a lot. Some of y'all parents out there, we got athletes listening. We got everybody be doing extra curricular activities in the bedroom. You should most definitely be rehydrating after all that's going on. So make sure you hydrate daily. And also for those extracurricular activities, we're gonna help y'all going on. Make sure y'all start stretching, get you a little exercise going on, get you a little daily routine. It really help you with your blood flow and mentally. Like it helps you feel good. It releasing them endorphins in your body. It tell you, yeah, you look good, you feel good, and you gonna do good. Exercise really play a big part. And it all it takes is just that one day to get over that hump and get that mindset right. Like I'm gonna put this at this time aside, and I'm gonna do this daily and start a routine, and you just get used to it. And it comes back to getting some sleep, waking up early, and hydrating. It all leads into one another. All these are important steps in maintaining healthy healthy lifestyle and healthy habits in life. My next point is make sure you get some food on your belly. Like this morning. I got this wake and bake session going on, and I know everybody who know what that mean you gotta start putting some on your stomach. Now a lot of us getting older, we getting up there in age. I'm 24 myself, and I know my body not working the same way it was working when I was 18. So you gotta get up early in the morning, even if it's something like some peanut butter crackers, some toast. Throw something on your stomach, give your body some energy to perform and help you throughout the day. So you can be mentally processing stuff right, paying attention, and just doing the right thing for yourself and your body. Practice mindfulness. Spend a few minutes meditating every day, practice deep breathing, or simply just sitting quietly to center your mind. There's a lot of going on in this world. I know a lot of us have busy and hectic lives, and it can be overwhelming sometimes. Make sure y'all start just finding a safe place for yourselves to go to and unstress, like just unwind and get your mind right and focus. Set intentions. Take a moment to set positive intentions of goals for that day. This can help you stay focused and motivated. Being focused and motivated on the things you need to be doing and focusing on life and how you can better improve those things, how you can better improve yourself as an individual. We have a lot of stuff going on in life. Life can be terrible sometimes, especially with social media and everything going on in the news in the world. We just got to take a breather, and it's key to keep a positive mindset, keep things in perspective, and just work towards a means for an end. Like having your mind like set daily something you expect to accomplish something daily, and I promise you won't fall behind in life. Accomplish something daily, no matter what it is, big, small, or in between. Set it up in your mind that you're gonna do something and accomplish it. And most definitely, this goes out to everyone. It starts in the morning. I personally take my showers at night after I finish my long days of work and schoolwork and all that. I like to get all that gunk up off me. Personal hygiene is very important. I woke up this morning, I brushed my teeth, I washed my face, and I got going. I got all that stuff off me. I got all that dirt, all that clutter out my system, out my pores, and it's time to work. Everybody should be taking some soap to their body. Please, please, y'all, excuse my language, but wash y'all ass. A lot of y'all be out here stinking, and it is not cool. If you need some deodorant or something, just ask me, ask somebody around you. I'm pretty sure they won't mind giving you no deodorant. I have gum all the time. Ask somebody for some gum, but please make sure y'all start taking care of y'all body. Clean, please, clean. Have a daily routine, y'all. And it's sad to say you shouldn't be telling them grown people this, but you got to these days. Try to, my next piece of advice. I know the athletes doing it. They probably been doing it since the playoffs started. I know a lot of them try to be off social media, get off their phones sometimes to focus on what's really important. I'm sure since they're back home with their families right now, they're really engaged into, their families and not really too much worried about their phones. And since Thursday is approaching shortly, they're probably with the teams right now, getting ready to rev up, practicing, and getting ready to start the finals. So y'all should take a hint and try to get away from y'all phones sometime. Turn the screen time down. Get out there, enjoy natural life. Get out there and breathe some air. Get some fresh air. It is very important to step outside for a few minutes, get some natural sunlight, get some air, feel that sun on your skin, that warmth. Just just woosah y'all. It's very, very important to get some fresh air every day. Look, just take some time. I know it's hard for some of y'all, but it's gonna be okay. Just put the phone down. Put the phone down. The phone down. Try uh positive affirmations while you're doing this, while you're away from your screen, while you get some outside time. This is a great way to be sitting there and giving yourself some time to think alone and just give your mind a rest. One of the other tips I just previously gave y'all, this is the time you can do that. Just stay there, start, just think positively, be gracious for the things that you have had and things you have. Just be appreciative to the small things, big and small, in between that you have in life. It really comes a long way, making you feel self-fulfilled and just knocking a lot of pressure off your shoulders, off your mind. It's gonna be okay, y'all. I understand everybody go through things. Just keep reinforcing to yourself that it's gonna be all right, and you got a plan, and you are going to figure it out. Keep positively affirming yourself that you got this. And It helps to stay on track if you plan your day, prioritize your task, prioritize your task, prioritize your task. Get your priorities in order, you guys. And it really helps a lot. Because if you have a checklist, if you have a schedule and get your priorities straight, you just start knocking things off. Like this goes back to setting those goals in your mind, knocking one thing or two things off at a time. And it really helps with that feeling of rushing and being anxious. It really helps a lot with anxiety. Being organized really helps a lot with anxiety. It relieves a lot of stress and pressure. Take it from me personally. I am a unorganized, organized guy, but being more organized, paying attention to my habits and things that I could do better has really helped me with a lot of things in life and helped me get better. So I really feel like everybody should take a page out their book and make sure they are planning that day and, getting some fresh air and starting the day off early, starting right, getting some good sleep at night, and working on being the best version of themselves, paying attention and introspecting, self reflecting inside on things that you can change and things you can get better on doing in life. And lastly, well, not lastly, another thing, listen to your favorite music, listen to your favorite podcast, and just enjoy it and start listening to more uplifting music and stuff that pique your interest, stuff that add positivity to your day. Just like this. So yeah, keep coming back to the pod. But anyway, yes, just listen to your favorite music, listen to your favorite podcasts, watch your favorite shows, whatever helps you feel good. Dress comfortably, dress how you want to dress in a way that makes you feel the best version of yourself. Make you feel confident about yourself. Feeling good and yourself and about your attire can have a positive impact on your mood and your productivity. If you feeling good, if you looking good, you're gonna feel good. And if you feel good, you're gonna look good. And let that correspond with each other. Just it don't take much. You don't have to have designer, y'all. Y'all don't have to go spend thousands and hundreds of dollars on your wardrobe. Just go out there if you like it and it make you feel good. Buy it, wear it, put that shit on. You got it, rock it. Just know that it's you. It's for you. It's you. So those are my tips for this morning. You know, going to sleep early, making sure you get some good sleep, waking up in the morning early, staying hydrated, stretching and exercising, eating a healthy breakfast, practicing mindfulness, meditating, set intentions and goals, plan your day, take care of your body, clean yourselves, personal hygiene, um start getting less screen time and start positively affirming yourself. Get more positive thoughts and positive vibes introduced into your life. And since we talked about that, everybody is up. I'm going ahead and give y'all some what y'all came for. Now, the sports talk. What do y'all think the athletes are doing to rev up for the playoffs? How do you think they take their mental health? Um, for me personally, like I said, a lot of them have families, and I'm pretty sure that they when the playoffs start, they really don't be on their phone much. They have a lot, so social media can be a distraction. If I see it, get away from their screen time. So I feel like athletes, they just keep everything in perspective. Being a millionaire, a lot of people may think that it's peaches and creams, but these people are human too, and they go through everyday things that we go through. So I just feel like with them just keeping everything in perspective, keeping that same routine, keeping things course, that's how they stay mentally prepared for the game. Just making the main thing, having their priorities in order. This one way that they be mindful to the game. Like they say, I'm pretty like I told y'all to eat breakfast. I'm pretty sure they're taking care of their bodies, the nutrition, performance, hydrating, stretching, and training, and giving their body the proper rest after they stretch and train and hydrate. They really are great
examples for people to, especially for me, they have this huge workload. The greatest athletes, the greatest basketball players, the greatest soccer players, the greatest football players, the greatest athletes in the world, they have a lot on their plate. And for them to be better, I'm pretty sure, like Kobe, they take a lot of time to practice on being better, being the best versions of themselves. And I'm pretty sure most of them have a set schedule or routine that really helps them get to the level they really want to reach. And that's why I was telling everybody, get you a daily plan, start focusing on introspecting and see what really works with your life. Really works with your life. A lot of these athletes, I'm pretty sure, goes back to the point of meditation and being mindful, focused, like I'm making the main thing again. It really improves the performance on the court because if they're going throughout the day, they know in the back of their head and in the front of their mind, they're thinking about defensive schemes and the matchups in front of them, who they're gonna play. When they get there, they don't have to rush and struggle like, oh wait a minute, because they already know. They've been already paying attention. They've been already mindful. They already been making the main thing, focused on the task ahead. So when they get to the test, they're ready. So that's one way, athletes are staying prepared while we in this lull, waiting on them to get back on their court. Uh, it's very important to also and balance your work and your family life and your personal life. Very, very key. Because if you're giving too much attention to one area, then that means you're not giving enough attention to the next area. And, it is good to study. It is good to get overtime. It is good to do the extra things that make you a better person. But it is detrimental to do those things too often. Make sure you do those things, but make sure you have the proper balance. Regulate. Don't if it's gonna be expensive, sleep or something that you really need, then it's probably not really worth your doing. Another way that athletes stand prepared, well, all of them, but injuries are unfortunately a part of the game. But it is things that they are doing. AD, it is doing things. Zion does things. They all do things. The most injury prone people, they do things to make sure they don't get injured. Unfortunately, this is just how their body made up. You can prevent a lot of them, and it comes back to just being in that routine of stretching, getting your body loose so you won't pull anything. Personally, I think that this I think that this playoffs has been relatively healthy compared to previous years. I know we had a few injuries on the east side, but for the most part, it has been good basketball. Dallas is fully healthy for the most part. Live is back. Maxi Kleber is back. We're still trying to see what's going on with Dallas. I mean, Boston. They still have the KP issue, but again, that's just one player. The series before that, I know Ben Mathurin is still hurt. He's been hurt since the season. Tyrese Halliburton has been out. The series before that, the Knicks had a lot of injuries, but like I said, it's really been mainly on the east side with the injuries. That's why a lot of people are saying Boston had the cakewalk until to the finals. And with that happening is very key for Boston to stay mentally prepared to keeping the main thing with them perhaps not facing the level of competition that Dallas has been facing throughout the playoffs. I think that the key factor for Boston is, of course, Porzingis, but I believe is the X factor is Joe Mazzulla, and can he outcoach? Well, not outcoach, but yeah, really outcoach Jason Kidd. But that is what we're going to see Thursday. So I'm gonna leave the finals alone to then we're gonna get into some other topics. My favorite highlights from this season, I like the Zion posterized. No, I mean it's not Zion, Anthony Edwards, the Anthony Edwards posters. Ant Man. was on a tear this year. Uh, that man is incredible. That young man had an incredible season. He baptized the Baptist John Collins. It was an incredible dunk he had. He had an incredible run this year. Shout outs to Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves for the great run they had this season. I also want to focus on teams that had a great step forward this year. Of course, I said the Timberwolves had a great step forward this year. Anthony Edwards had some tremendous growth this year. Another team that took a jump forward this year was OKC. Shea, he was in MVP consideration. I think he finished two. He got his team to the number one seed. I believe they're the youngest or second youngest team in the league, probably and the youngest team to get there. They took a huge leap this year. No one expected that. Jalen Williams got better. J Dub, Chet Holmgren came back this rookie season. He got hurt his actual rookie season, but he showed us why he was a top two pick. He had a tremendous season. Lou Dort and his defense, the Dortcher Chamber, had gave Luke and them some problems. It put Zion and them out the playoffs. So, it was a really good year. Another team that took a leap forward this year would be the Pacers. The Pacers had a very good year, high offensive rating. They got up and down the court. It was really fun to watch them. A lot of high scoring games. A lot of their players, most of their players had double digits, average double digits in points, and it was incredible to see their young team just moving up and down the floor, increasing the pace, and giving some of these veteran teams some problems, especially Milwaukee. You seen how they did them, and also the New York Knicks. I feel like if the Pacers were actually really healthy, then they could have gave the Celtics some troubles. You seen in those games that most of them came to key mistakes in the last few minutes on the Pacers, and they still could have won without their fully healthy roster. So I say, be on the lookout for them. The Magic, Paolo and the Magic, incredible season. Came in a 7 game series in the first round against Cleveland. Paolo was tremendous. He took a huge leap forward, showing why he is their franchise player. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not expect the Magic to be anywhere. Well, they could have been a play-in team, so I can't say into the playoffs, but I didn't expect them to be firmly in the playoffs. So they took a tremendous leap forward. Jalen Suggs has got better. He has got more consistent with stretching the floor from out there on the arc. His defense has always been incredible, but he's really locked in this year. I'm looking to see Franz Wagner get better. I'm interested in seeing Anthony Black, how he progresses next year. Trying to see what I believe they are going to be active in this free agency, looking to get a two guard or someone to add some offense to their team. Um, who else had a great season, you guys? Let me see. Leap forward, the Knicks. The Knicks had a great season, especially with all the injuries they had. Jalen Brunson. And I'm telling y'all, I've been back for Brunson since Nova. I knew he was going to be great. I knew he was going to be great in Dallas. Brunson has sold out. He has turned up, honestly. I mean, it's not too many bad things. It's not too many things bad you can say at all about Jalen Brunson. He's a hard working player. Like he has game. He can score. He can facilitate. He actually shows effort on the defensive end. I love that. And he's a hard nosed, hard working guy. So shout out to Brunson and the Knicks. Um, I believe. Let me see. Am I forgetting anyone? Took a leap forward, everyone. Took a leap forward, a huge leap forward. So, I got Minnesota, OKC, the Pacers, Knicks, Magic, and I believe that's it. Another topic of discussion. Players, I believe, who can have a breakout season next year. I know everyone's seen Andrew Nimhard in the playoffs. It's another player that I have been high on since his college days. Andrew Nimhard is an incredible scorer. He shows high intensity on the defensive end. I believe Nimhard, especially after this playoff run, he will be looked at to produce more in Indy, and I believe he'll answer the call over there. Another player that I expect to have a great season next year. Honestly, for the Kings, it's been kind of quiet. Sabonis has been great. Darren Foster has been productive, but I feel like for their team to thrive, especially depending on where Harrison Bourne is going this offseason, I feel like they should let him walk to give Keegan Murray a little bit more room to operate on the offensive end and in the flow of the team. Keegan Murray can have an outstanding year next year. He can have a breakout season as well. For the Rockets, Shingun had a great season last year. I believe he's the centerpiece around there. Even though Jalen Green is actually due for a breakout year. He has had some consistent years around that 19, 20 points a game range. I'm just really looking for Jalen Green to take the next step in being a leader for that team, averaging about 25 to 28 points a game on efficient shooting and making it clear that he's the clear cut number one and not Shingun. But honestly, the breakout player for the Rockets, I feel like would be Jabari Smith Jr. He is key for their team. Jabari Smith can rebound. Jabari Smith has defense. Jabari Smith is 6'11". He has over a 7 foot wingspan. He can move laterally and very good vertically. Jabari Smith can stretch the floor. Jabari Smith has a very nice game. And Jabari Smith, I guarantee you can put him in front of anybody and he can give them problems. So Jabari Smith, most definitely, I'm looking to have a breakout season next year. For the Grizzlies, GD Jackson performed incredibly. Shout out to GD Jackson. He had a great year this year. I believe he made all first team rookie. If not, it's a huge snub in NBA. What are you doing? But I feel like the Grizzlies team, the whole team as a whole, gonna have a comeback, incredible comeback season next year, especially Ja Morant, especially with all the situations going on with the social media. Ja's my favorite player. No, he's gonna get back in there. He's going to prove the naysayers wrong and let the naysayers know that he's that guy. 12 is back and put 12, you know, 12 got it. Put it on 12 back. 12 got it. Who else? Breakout season. Interesting enough, I'm actually interested to see what's going on in Toronto. The franchise player is supposed to be Scotty Barnes, especially with them moving on from Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. It looks like the team is going into a new era, going younger. They got RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly from New York. Emmanuel quickly has had a great run in Toronto so far. I am expecting quickly to have a great season next year, right around that 20 points a game range, maybe 6, 7 assists. Kind of put you in the mind of a Tyrese Maxey, kind of like his season was this year. I'm kind of expecting it from quickly this year, and I believe he can do it. Going over to another team up north, but on the other side in the west is Portland. Scoot Henderson, he had a rookie season. He had a rookie season. I'm not gonna say anything good or bad. He's a rookie, and honestly, I believe the problem with Scoot is that he can't see. And I'm not talking about his glasses. I just really feel like the man can't see. All them goggles. I just can't be out there. It's ugly. I can't be out there on the court looking like this. It's just ugly. I just don't think he can see. And you've been to school. A lot of y'all, I know if y'all need glasses, it hurts your performance, It kind of hinders you. So I believe if he gets the proper LASIK, whatever you call it, Scoop can be a tremendous player in the league. But the breakout player for them, I'm looking for Simons to actually be healthy this year. I don't know if Portland was trying to get a pick this year and tanking, but they weren't playing a consistent lineup out there. That's why you're seeing a lot of duo brief. Remember y'all, I know y'all remember the story about DeAndre Ayton and getting stuck in a snowstorm and all that and want to show up. They have an interesting roster. They have a lot of pieces. I believe they should move on from Brogdon and Time Lord and try to get in some picks. Move on from Jeremy Grant as well. Get in some picks with some younger players. Move on from Anthony Simons as well because Scoot's going to be a point guard. Satan has to play the two. And I feel like Shaden is the younger player. He's taller. He has more potential to me, honestly, because his potentiation on the defensive end, his potential on the defensive end. So yeah, I believe they should move on from Simons. Try to being a deal to look to get like a wing or a forward to fit their role and move Shaden down because I don't believe he should be playing the 3 at 6'5". Shaden could have an incredible season next year. He's a great player. He has incredible athleticism. He makes sure he gets downhill. Shaden likes to attack the paint. Shaden can shoot. Shaden just has skills in the game that I love to watch. So I'm looking forward to him having a great season this year. OKC. I'm looking for Jalen Williams to take another step forward. I believe he can be very special in this league. I honestly don't believe he's a power forward. I don't know why they have him at power forward. Jalen Williams should be a shooting guard. I really hope that OKC moves him down. Another team is Washington. Washington Wizards. I really feel like especially with the number one pick. They got a lot going on there. Their roster could change. It could look a lot different next year. But if it's consistent, the breakout player I'm expecting to see is Corey Kispert or Denny Avia. I'm expecting Denny to have another leap forward. Denny had a great season last year. And then he's a 6'9" small forward. He can play make, he can rebound, he can shoot the three, he can get down low, he can post you up. Denny has an incredible game. I believe he can play small forward, but you can really move him down to the one. He put me in the mindset of a Luca or Josh Giddey, those kind of playmaking forward types. Jason Tatum is also an underrated playmaking forward. He's incredible down there, especially with the ball in his hand. Jason Tatum makes incredible decisions. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Denny Alville taking that step forward. Corey Kispert is an incredible shooter. He has nice size from the wings, like 6'6". So you can run him at the small forward actually or the shooting guard. If you run him at the shooting guard, he's gonna be kind of taller than a lot of the defenders that you're gonna have on him. So I really feel like that'll help the team. I feel like he'll help the team honestly better than Jordan Poole because you know Jordan's kind of too erratic, inconsistent. You never know what he's gonna do. Feel like Kispert and then he fit this game a little bit better. So they probably be moving on for Poole this year. Another breakout player that I expect to see is let me see. What have I already covered? Oh yeah. I expect that hmm, lost my train right there. We're gonna go back. But Derek Lively, Derek Lively take a step forward. Victor Wembanyama, he's going to continue to grow next year. Devin Vassell, I expect him to have a breakout season next year. Vassell is like 6'5". He's a good size two guard. He can really do everything on offense. He's a three-level scorer. Well, three. See, he can shoot the three. Good mid-range game. He can post you up, get down post, and Devin, he can play some one-on-one ball too. Like Devin is a hooper. He's a bucket. With Wimby over there, he has a legit franchise all-star player. So he really doesn't. I feel like having a player like that really takes a lot off your shoulder. So he just worried about being the best version of him. So Devin Vouch look for him to have an incredible season next year. Moving on to that was the Spurs. It's in the West, so we're gonna go to the East. Thinking about the Cavs, Evan Mobley. I think Evan Mobley can have an incredible season next year with the potential I seen that he had showed in the playoffs. I know he has been kind of low the past few years and being consistently kind of like that same player and needing to work on his offensive game. But I believe this really due to him having to share the post down there with Jared Allen. And you seen that he flourished better when Aaron Allen was off the court. So you looking to Cleveland be make some moves over there and if and when they do, I see Evan Mobley really showing out, having a great season next year. I mean, he has the skill set. He's a 7 footer. He can get better at stretching the floor, but he can shoot from out there. I feel like what Jared Allen really need. I mean, not Jared. I keep saying Jared. Evan Mobley really needs to work on is his low post moves, over the basket game, posting people up, just getting real comfortable down there and perfecting his footwork. The three will come. It's nice to stretch the floor, but if he stays dominant down there because he's big, if he uses his size, Evan Mobley could be very, very dangerous. Um, Going to the West, the Jazz. The Jazz, they have a interesting team. It's kind of hard to say who will have a breakout season with the Jazz next year. Laura Marketing is right now their franchise player. I believe so. He's been doing very great over there, unless he comes and have like average from like anywhere from 28 to over 30. That'll be a breakout season for him. But I'm really not looking for marketing to take any more huge steps forward. Maybe being incrementally better, a little bit better, being more consistent around that 25 to 30 points a game range. Hopefully he stays there, but I really don't see him taking a jump. The interesting piece over there is what they're going to do with John Collins and Colin Sexton, because Colin Sexton could have a breakout. Well, Colin Sexton has already broke out, but he could remind the world who he is, and be back in that top guard spot over there for them, averaging about 25 points a game or somewhere around there. Because they still have Keontae George. I feel like Keontae George is more of the combo guard over there for them because he has more size than Colin Sexton and he can facilitate a little bit better. But I feel like Colin Sexton could have a great year, just depending on what the Jazz doing over there. It's really hard. It's hard to say, honestly. The Bucks. I mean, you really can't do them things. Oh, Giannis is who he's gonna be. Brook Lopez is who he's gonna be. Bobby Portis is who he's gonna be. Like, so their whole roster is who they are. So I mean, unless they start giving B Champ some play time, maybe he can have a breakout season next year. But I'm really not looking for anyone on the Bucks to really just stand out. And that goes the same for the Nuggets. I really don't see anyone over there just breaking out except like Jamal Murray. For him to be an all-star, Jamal Murray can get an all-star next year. They could be a leap forward, and you can say that. So yeah, Jamal Murray can get an all-star for the Nuggets. Back to the East. Miami. Jaime Jaquez, he can have an incredible season next year. He had a great rookie season. I believe he has the potential to build on it and be even better next year, especially with the possibility of Jimmy Butler moving on to another team. Jaime is gonna get more minutes. He has been getting a lot of minutes, and I know y'all have been seeing him in the commercials with Jimmy Butler. It seems like the Heat like him and the league like him. They're trying to market him. So look for Jaime to, buy some stock in Jaime, y'all. Buy some stock in Jaime. The Suns, I'm really not sure with their roster. I really want to skip over them. It's kind of hard to talk about them. Makes me nauseous. Makes my head hurt. Hard. It's just really hard to say with the Suns, honestly. It's very hard to say. The Bulls, another team that makes me feel similar. Don't know what's going on with Lonzo. Will he be back Jack LaVine? Will they move on from him? What they're gonna do? Are they gonna move on from DeRozan? Vucevic hasn't just been looking like the all-star caliber player that he has been in previous years. He still has been decent, but he has nowhere been like a top five center in the league. Maybe not even top 10, but most definitely not a top five center in the league. Kobe White had a great season last year, this year. Kobe White had a tremendous season. He had mentions for most improved player. He has the potential to get better next year. It's really kind of hard to say with Chicago because you don't know what they're going to look like next year. You really don't. I got the Knicks. I like Cam, Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is a bucket. Cam Thomas can score very well. I believe Cam Thomas kind of puts me in the mindset of Jamal Murray, just how he able to his explosive, his microwave ability, like he is a spark plug and he can get hot instantly and go for 40, 50 points a game. And it's amazing how he does that, kind of like Jamal Crawford or Cam Thomas is the Nets should focus on building around him. Maybe he's not a franchise piece, but he is a cornerstone piece, I believe. Cam Thomas can have an incredible season if they just give him the consistent minutes and consistent starts that he deserves and has earned, especially over McHale, because McHale has took a big turn dressing, especially compared since the trade went down. So, yeah, I'm looking for Cam Thomas to have a great year next year. Look, on the lookout for my boy Cam. Buy some stock, y'all. Back over to the West, the Lakers. Um, Kind of weird. Again, Bronzo, he's who he's gonna be. Will D'Lo be there? Austin Reeves, I believe Austin Reeves is who he is, you guys. I really don't see Austin Reeves taking a huge leap forward. I really feel like they should give Max Christie some more PT, but who knows what Rob Pelinka and the Lakers have going on. I surely don't. Will LeBron be there? Will Bronny be there? Their most improved player next season? No one knows. Going back over to the East. The Hornets. It's kind of hard to say anything about the Hornets. You don't know if LaMelo is going to be healthy. He's been kind of up and down over there. They have Miles Bridges back. I believe he's going to re-sign there. He can have a great season next year, regardless of his outside life. Give props to Miles for being better as a man and changing and trying to move past the bad decision making. I know everybody has, made poor decisions or not been the best version of themselves 100% of the time. So relax. But for them, Mark Williams can have a great season next year and make his name as a center in this league. Mark Williams has nice size. He can rebound, defend, and he can score a little bit. So I like Mark Williams. Mark Williams has a nice game. You already seen Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller can hoop. So Harlan is a very interesting young team. I just really wish LaMelo Ball can stay healthy. When I talked about the Pelicans are interesting. Zion, of course, he can have a great season next year, but everyone is expecting Zion to be this generational talent. So with him doing that, I mean, it's as expected. So there wouldn't be much me saying that. Brandon Ingram has to be better if he wants to be considered an all-star caliber or star in this league at all. He has to make a name for himself next year, like really have a great season next year. I'm really looking for Brandon Ingram to show the world why he was a top pick like that. Why did the Lakers, I mean New Orleans demand him in the AD period? He has to. Like it's been looking bad for Brandon unless they gonna trade him. Jordan Hawkins had a decent season last year. He can be more efficient. For them, they have a nice lineup. They have a nice roster. Trey Murphy can have a standout season next year. Herb Jones could have a standout season next year. Dyson Daniels can have a standout season next year. They have a lot of people on their roster with potential. I love the game of Trey Murphy. I do believe if they move on from Ingram, Murphy can take over that position and perform consistently in that role, especially if he stays healthy. So yeah, I'm looking at Trey Murphy to have a great season next year. When we're going over to the East again for the last team, I believe, over there I have not discussed is the Pistons. I love the Pistons, even though they haven't really looked like much of late. I love their young talent. They have the Thompson twin, Kay Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Duran. I believe they got Quentin Grimes over there as well from the New York trade. They have a lot of young talent and people with potential. I believe the problem is probably coaching. I really don't know what I really don't know what he's doing. It's weird. Monty Williams is he's a decent coach. I just thought he would have the young guys looking better, have a more identity. I thought he would have gave them an identity, more of an identity this year. And I didn't see that happen. So I don't know. I'm really looking for the whole Pistons team and the whole to take the lead forward. They, I mean, it's not too hard. They're last right now. So they're last right now. So I really look for them to take a huge leap forward next year. But yeah, those are the people I expect to have breakout season next year on each team. Let me know what y'all think. Moving on to another topic, the contributing factors to success this year. The pattern I noticed in the playoffs, especially for the teams that have been winning, I've been probably saying it for the past couple of years. I know since the Lakers had won the bubble, it has a lot to do with size. If you look at Denver, their main focus is Joker. Michael Porter Jr. is 6'10" himself, 6'8" Aaron Gordon. So yeah, they have a lot of size on their front line down there that gives defense problems that really helped them win their ring last year. Key contribution from Bruce Brown, who's also about 6'4", 6'5", and he plays big. So, yeah, Timberwolves, the team that was made to beat Denver, you see they work out about 3, 4 bigs. You have a 7 footer and Rudy Gobert, a 7 footer, and Karl Anthony Towns around a 7 footer, and Nas Reed around a 7 footer, and Kyle Anderson. So they have a good four bigs out there that they usually put into rotation, along with Jaden McDaniels, who's about 6'9", 6'10" himself. He's a big small forward, and it allows for a lot of versatility on the defensive end and switching. So who's next? Dallas, they got Maxi Cleaver, Live and Gafford, all 7 footers. Gafford probably short, he's like 6'10", 7 footish ish. So yeah, PJ Washington 6'8", 6'7". So yeah, he's has nice size for the wings. Same thing for Derek Lively, he's 6'7", and they have a big guard in Luca who's like 6'9", maybe. Like how tall is Luca? 6'7", 6'9". Luca is a huge guard. So they have a big, very big lineup. Boston. They run the lineup, even though Porzingis has not been out there. He is a 7 footer. So Jaden Tatum is 6'8", 6'9". They have Al Horford about 6'10". They have Drew Holiday. He's about 6'4". I mean, not Derek Lively. Derek White is 6'4". Those are kind of big guards on a large. I mean, larger end on the guard end. Jaylen Brown is also 6'6". He's a nice size wing. So yeah, they have a kind of especially with Porzingis, all it ties everything together with that 7 footer. So with already that kind of large lineup, they have size. Pacers, huge contribution of getting Siakam. He's about 6'8", 6'9". They have a 7 footer and Miles Turner. They also have size with Obi Toppin, even though Obi Toppin needs a little bit more bricks in his back pocket. Obi Toppin is around 6'9". They also have Jaden Smith, who's about 6'9", 6'10". But thing with their team is their offense. They just really just got up and down the floor. Tyrese Halliburton, 6'5", is a nice size guard. So yeah, they keep in mind that. Another team that was in the playoffs, Jared Allen, the Cavs, even though he didn't play much, they had Evan Mobley, who's a 7 footer. Who else did they went out there with them? They had a lot of wings out there with them small guards, even though not Kyrie, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are on the smaller end as guards. They have Karis LeVerts and Matt Struces and Dean Wades and George Yangs and Evan Mobley's. Like they have a lot of wings. Maybe they're not the best wings, but they did attempt to put size around them. Um, OKC has a 7 footer and Chet Holmgren, a lot of size. Josh Giddey is like a 6'7", 6'8", small forward point guard, playmaker, nice size. Shea is 6'6", 6'5", nice size point guard. Only thing about their team, they're running a small four with J Dub. J Dub's like 6'5", 6'4". I mean, he's kind of undersized for his position, but if you put him in his true position, then he would be nice size for a two. They also put Jalen Williams, the other Jalen Williams come from my bench. He's like 6'9" himself. And Aaron Wiggins is like 6'6". And Lou Dort plays big, he has long wingspan. So yeah, they kind of had a lot of size themselves. Even though they didn't make it too far, it shows why they did, you know, become the number one seed. So the trend I'm seeing is big ball, the only successful small ball teams I really noticed out there would be the championship Warriors, and they haven't been looking like themselves in these recent years. So you see what I'm saying? Size was key in the bubble against playing Joker. They had Anthony Davis at the 4, and Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee at the 5, Kyle Kuzma, who's 6'9", at the 2, and they had LeBron, who's 6'9". So size is very important. I know I'm not saying anything new here, but in the playoff run is very, very key. I'm noticing it's very key to last on through the playoffs. So, yeah, those are the trends I have been noticing for the successful teams. Like they have large lineups. Another thing, of course, they have the potential to spread the floor. But I don't know if the only team that, and they had gotten better recently in the Pacers on the defensive end, but all the teams in the playoffs really are great switchable teams on the defense. And it really comes back to that size. They have a lot of size they can switch. On and Rudy actually did better this year with switching on size. It's just that he's still Rudy, and only so much that he can do. I believe this offseason is going to be very interesting, coming with from the draft, free agency, and all those different aspects of trading and who's going where and who's signing where. I believe that give you my probably like five biggest trades or additions or subtractions that teams should have. I believe starting at five, Memphis needs a center. Jaren Jackson can't run the five. He doesn't rebound. You should have him at the free safety position, move around, play good help defense, block over the top, help on people who help on those closeouts. So really, Memphis should get a decent center, get a five, look at a Claxton or draft one if Klingon's there or Edie, or if not them, get a Matisse Bullis. Bullis is like I said, I think he's gonna be AK-47. You put that defense next to Jaren Jackson, it's gonna be incredible. So yeah, if at five, at four, the 76ers should get a lot of people have been saying Paul George, and that would look nice. I actually honestly believe that the 76ers should go after a player like Brandon Ingram because I've been hearing a lot. I believe a change of scenery could be great for him. Somewhere like Philly is unexpected. It's a fresh scenery. But with them trying to get Jimmy Butler is also a great addition for Philly. I believe that it won't happen, but I feel like Philly most definitely needs a small forward. So going after Jimmy would be at three. Really, this past championship team, the Nuggets, they really should get a better bench. And if they can't, I believe they should bring Bruce Brown back. He's overpaid. I believe they probably can't bring him back due to his contract. That's what I meant to say. But they really needed him. You've seen that they missed him in his production this playoffs, especially against the Timberwolves. They need to get a good six man. Probably look after Malik Monk or a great spark plug after Ben. See if you can make a trade for Jordan Clarkson or try to get you a Colin Sexton over there, somebody who can really provide a lot of energy. At two, I have the Lakers. The Lakers. The Lakers should really get a center, kind of like Memphis, and move AD down to the four. Let him be their free safety, move around, play good help defense, and play his true position. I believe they should go after also Nicholas Claxton or maybe a Jonas Valanciunas, someone to help take the workload off AD. If not them, I would say Time Lord, but Time Lord, he has a lot of injuries. I love Time Lord as a player, but he can't stay on the floor consistently, so I wouldn't recommend him. Aiden wouldn't be bad, but I don't see that happening at all. This is fantasy. But who knows? And number one team who needs to make an adjustment could really help them, the Rockets should go get Donovan Mitchell. Now, hear me out. Jalen Green is an incredible young prospect, but I feel like the Rockets have too much going on over there. Too many pieces, too many peaks and prospects, and they don't know where they're going in the future. I mean, Ime Udoka is a great coach, and I feel like them getting someone like Donovan Mitchell would really help him and give the team a sense of identity, someone to build around and gather around and, run through a wall for. And so I really feel like, yeah, that. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed today, and that'll conclude this segment of Wake and Bake.